Hiya. Hiya. So I was kind of curious to who you think sells cheaper games, eBay or CEX? Bit of a random question, isn't it? It's obviously CEX, they sell much cheaper games. I actually think it's eBay, mate. It's never been eBay. 100% it's not going to be eBay. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure CEX sell cheaper retro games. Well, why don't we just find out? Yeah, let's find out. Let's find out. That was a bit hairy. The results are going to shock you on this one. They certainly shocked me. My prediction was eBay was going to be so much cheaper. It could well be cheaper actually. Let's find out. Oh, and a quick explanation of the rules. Firstly, this is a bit of a game. It's not a science, so flat earthers, don't come at me with your illogical logic. And I have included the shipping price on eBay because this is about getting the games to the door as is, but we will make more points on that in the conclusion. So what I did is I looked at the last 3 sold listings on eBay and I worked out an average, which again includes the shipping prices, giving us a total average price versus the CEX price. You're going to see everything in this episode. Let's go. All right, let's dive in. Sun damaged games. Woohoo! Gotta love it. But this CEX does have a lovely range of all things retro, ranging from your cheap stuff to your more expensive stuff. I mean, the plethora of PS1 games here was interesting. Now, some of them do say, you have to look closely because it'll say without manual. So when it says without manual, like here, WO manual, they sell it at the unboxed price. So that's just something that a lot of people might not be aware of. Now, I do find it quite boring filming in CEX. That's why I thought we'd give this episode a little bit of flair, and I found the first game that I want to check out. This is Mario Golf, priced in at 32 quid in CEX. The average of the last 3 sold is £43.61 on eBay, making it cheaper in CEX for this very first game. So let's continue. It's 1-0. Didn't really like how the price labels were covering the artwork here, CEX. You can do much better, but I've clocked Lunar Pool. Nice price, unboxed, 6 quid in CEX. Diving over to eBay, it's an interesting one because the top one at £7.50, couldn't really see what that sold for. So I looked at the average price on the unboxed stuff here, and it was £8.72, making that a shocking 2-0 to CEX. So far, this is an interesting experiment, but we ain't done. So far, CEX 2, eBay none. I want to just pause it right there and ask you for your prediction. Make a comment in the comments right now. Prediction with eBay or CEX? Who is going to win this battle royale of high street-ish retro games? Locking in here then at the blue N64 135, loving a bit of Breath of the Wild there. I thought it would take this opportunity to have a little bit of a peruse around, but then I saw this interesting piece, £210 for Spirit Tracks on the DS. Now heading over to eBay, there was only one tin that I could find and it was 122 sold on bids, and that was complete, but I did double check everything else and it tended to just be just a basic the DS game rather than the tin. So that gives us a goal in eBay's net, taking us to 2-1. I think £210 was quite hefty. So the third game, Metroid Trilogy, 65 quid in here. Heading over to eBay sold listings, the last 3, I added them up, and I'm not that great at maths, thank goodness for calculators, but we have an average of £63.83. Again, this includes the postage, making it slightly cheaper on eBay, even with your postage, which is pretty darn cool if you ask me. But I want to check this bad boy out now, Monkey Island. £42 in CEX, last 3 sold listings, £41.35 on average on eBay, giving a very narrow goal there to eBay. eBay have took the lead. Thank you, Monkey Island. It is now 2 apiece. It is hotting up and it is all to play for. Where is this gonna end? We're diving down into your cheap NCD-based games now, tapping in with some Metroid Fusion. £1.50 here, a lovely little bargain for Wipeout fans. But my big question is, what is this selling for on eBay? An average of £4.24 for the last 3 sales listings, which means eBay, unfortunately, you conceded a goal. It's now 3 apiece. Mate, still neck and neck at 3 apiece. 3 apiece. I am legitimately shocked. I thought eBay would be so much cheaper by this point, but that means it is still all to play for. Which is cheapest? Interesting. I actually think £1.50 is an incredible bargain, and when I used to do the £5 and £10 retro game challenge in CEX, I was astonished at how quickly it enabled me to build my collection with some quality cheap titles. I no longer do it because, unfortunately, since I started doing that about 8 years ago, the market got flooded with YouTubers kind of just doing it over and over again, and filming in CEX became very boring very quickly. That's why I very rarely go in there, and I find anyone that goes in CEX often, it just bores the tits off me. But anyway, I digress. We're going to take a look now at Project Gotham Racing, locked in at a very cheap £1 here. Heading over to eBay, the last 3 sold listings averaging at £4.65. You guessed it, CEX gets another goal in the bag, taking it to score 4-3. CEX have just scored a goal. It is now 4-3 in this game. Naughty Bear on the 360, banger little title here. You can also get that on the PlayStation 3. Shout out to my friend Reese who actually bought me a copy on the 360 many years ago. 99 Nights, another hidden gem, but we're not focused on that. It's time for Tekken 6, locked in at £5. eBay average £5.83, meaning CEX's lead is getting much further, now at 5-3. I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling about this, but it's time to move over to the Wii games. Picked up a AAA title here, Donkey Kong Country Returns, locked in £6. Sold listings, last 3, average of £7.67. My question to you is, are you shocked yet? Remember, I asked you to write your prediction scores, so please let me know in the comment section again how you're feeling about this. 2 extra goals for CEX, taking it up to 6-3. eBay is in trailing position, which means at this point in the episode, it is thus far cheaper to buy games from CEX. But we ain't done. Continuing with the Nintendo Wii, it is time for some Animal Crossing. Let's go to the city. £10 here. Diving over to guess where? You guessed it, eBay, £9.83. There's not actually much in this one, but you know that means eBay finally claw a goal back. They finally claw a goal back, taking it to 6-4. It is really all to play for now, guys. But what about some 3DS games? One of my favourite games is A Link Between Worlds, 18 quid. What is going to be the score here? eBay, £18.68. Unfortunately, CEX take this one again. This is incredible. I can't believe this. It is the score of 7-4. Yes, 7-4. But that's okay, because we don't mind. Pokemon, big game. We had to include a Pokemon game. 42 quid here for Alpha Sapphire. eBay, ching ching! It is cheaper on eBay for £35.79 average compared to the last 3 sold listings. We have finally clawed a goal back, unlike Man United, who are doing shit this season. Yes, CEX 7, Man U 5. I need a few seconds of your time to tell you about channel memberships. If you guys want to become a channel member, click join from the main page or the second link in the description. There are 3 tiers, all with different perks for you if you want to become a team member. Thanks for your time. Let's continue with the video. 7.5. CEX takes it. My mind is blown. I did not expect that, but what I learned through doing this little social experiment is that it is so much cheaper to buy your CD-based games from CEX, whereas the more obscure, the stuff that was at the front, was a lot more expensive than stuff behind the counter, such as the Spirit Tracks tin, which was beautiful, by the way, so much more expensive. So the kind of conclusion is, yeah, it is cheaper to go to CEX, but I think a lot of it kind of comes down to it. Of course, I only took the first 3 sold listings on eBay. If I have the time to go through every single listing for the past, say, 4 weeks, the outcome may have been slightly different. You've got to bear in mind as well that eBay, I did include the shipping prices, but if we did this as just a sale price without shipping, things could have been a little bit more different. I do believe that CEX has a shipping price of £1.99, so arguably this is slightly skewed because you're looking at getting stuff shipped versus going into a shop. So you're actually spending more money on eBay and you're shipping in this experiment. So it is kind of skewed. So that begs the question, is eBay actually cheaper or is CEX cheaper? This was just a little bit of fun and I hope you've enjoyed it, and them two upstairs can continue to battle it out over that one. Thank you guys, and I'll see you, the Nottingham retro gaming market, in the next episode. Boo!